4, 3, 2, 1. We have puppies. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary pals. We are here today to start a new channel idea on where I show my wife, who is enough of a comic book enthusiast, a comic book cover, and she guesses what is going to be going on inside.
Yeah, just to give a little bit of pretext to that. So my husband, he's been collecting comic books for decades.
Very much.
Yeah, he was a child, and now he's grown adult. And I picked up some knowledge, kind of like osmosis of, just getting tidbits here and there over the years. And so I have a pretty good sense of comic book lore, comic book, dare I say, rules as far as
Some osmosis.
storyline structures, and kind of knowing some of the different worlds that you've given me over the past time. So eventually things do tend to saturate, right? I mean, I can't help but pick up something. So we decided to have some fun, and we're going to be doing reactions, as he said, on my reaction on his selection of comic book covers. So he gets to choose a cover, and I get to just have my honest reaction. And he's promised he's not going to show me things that are commonly known to me, but really like some
No,
covers that
not
I
even close.
really haven't seen, or really things that I do not follow. So yes, we're gonna get started of just my honest reaction and my take, and also how close. So my reaction is based in how close does my interpretation of what the cover art is saying to me, is how close is my reaction to the actual storyline of the comic. So we're gonna do that.
Just another couple bit of clues. I'm not going to try and do variant covers. I want to do main covers for a book so that it has the closest representation of what's going on. And that being said, I'm going to pick a hard book right off the top because this is an insane series, even by X-Men fans. We're going to start with Excalibur Volume 1, number 42.
All right, so I need to look at that. Look at it. Okay.
So, this is from 1991. Do you recognize a single character on this cover?
So right away, the first thing that strikes out to me is a unusual muscular Tweety bird. It looks like some kind of Tweety bird figure. I mean, he has the phonetic way of speaking, wayfare to die. So it's some type of Tweety bird shout out or Tweety bird version. Of course, I know that Tweety bird is owned by Warner Brothers.
Yes.
Right? And so it can't be the Tweety bird.
No.
But it's some type of distant cousin, twice removed version of Tweety bird that's shouting out demands or shouting out a proclamation that they're going to die. Okay, so right away, again, looking at from what I know and I remember of many comic experiences I've had, is this looks like some type of X-Men?
Yes.
Okay, so gosh, the blue person in the X-Men world, that's it's tip of my tongue.
He was in one of the movies. He was a main character in X2.
Oh god, he disappears, right?
He is a teleporter.
Disappearing. Oh, I can't remember his name.
That is Nightcrawler.
Yes. Okay, Nightcrawler.
He was portrayed by Alan Cumming in X2. I can't remember who did him in X-Men Apocalypse. They made him more Catholic guilt in that, which is kind of part of his character, but he's more of he wants to be Earl Flynn in the comics.
Okay. And then the male-like character in the far back, not Captain America, but wasn't that like a Mr. America or something? Like I remember growing up, and there was like this kind of what was his name? No, Mr. Planet, World Planet.
Captain Planet?
Yeah, Captain Planet.
No, completely different. Okay. You are close. Think of what the name Excalibur means to you.
Well, Excalibur to me is like the Knights of the Round Table.
Okay, but where is that?
That is in. I mean, gosh.
Okay, this one's kind of funny.
Well, I mean,
where is the Arthurian legend set? What country?
England.
Yeah. So, what is another term for the England?
United Kingdom,
or Great.
Oh, Great Britain. Okay.
What do you think his name is?
Great.
His name is Captain Britain.
Captain Britain. Okay, I've never heard of that.
If you have heard of this beforehand, I
Captain
expected
Britain.
you to know Nightcrawler.
Okay.
Like, this is a book that is weird, and it is very much an American book that, in its initial run, was done by people who either have British heritage and really proud of it, or just straight up British authors.
Okay. All right. So let me continue with what I think the story could be about. Okay. So if the cover art speaks to the actual story, I'm thinking that there's some nemesis, here to the bird-like creature, and they're probably all working together. But I'm thinking they weren't always working together, like, but they had to kind of come together to fight against a common enemy.
Okay. One hint,
And
though, we are at issue 42.
oh, issue 42. Okay.
So they've been a group for a while.
Okay, so they've been a group for a while. Maybe some kind of like UN type deal, like what is it in the Marvel universe? The the Endgame people.
Oh, Shield?
Yeah, like kind of Shield like organization.
Kind
And
of.
I also see like a baby dragon and some kind of fish like creature.
Okay, that is not a baby dragon.
Okay.
He's a space dragon.
Oh yeah, because that's clearly a difference between a regular dragon and a space dragon. I mean, it has to be, right? I mean, to follow the rules of comic book lore, space dragon doesn't really need air, right? Doesn't need air to breathe, or
no? I say that is because there are actual dragons in the Marvel universe.
Okay.
He comes from a different planet. He's literally an alien dragon.
Okay.
His name is Lockheed.
Okay.
And do you want me to introduce some of these characters? Because I doubt you know.
Yeah, the only one I really know is the Nightcrawler. But just to get back to what I think the story can be about, I think they're all coming together. Something has happened. I see some broken glass on the ground. So I'm thinking that this creature was encaged or something, and he got out. And maybe somebody broke him out. So I don't know. There's a team member on there that really isn't, that like could be a traitor. Like how did he get out? How did he escape? So so there's something. So I feel there's something where he got out. Maybe someone on that team helped him get out. I don't know.
Technically, you're running warm but not hot.
Well, at least I'm not completely cold. And so now he's pissed, and there's, I'm sure, some type of prequel storyline that came to all this anger. Like something happened. Maybe they killed his parents. Like I don't know, but something happened. Okay.
I wish I could say it was that fascinating. Now you're just going straight into cold. You are. Okay. Shall I go a little bit?
Or maybe he used to be on the team and he turned bad.
First appearance. First
appearance. Okay, then that's all I got.
Okay. So for the viewers at home, this is Megan. She is a shape changer. She's basically like Robin Thicke. I'm thinking of it from Midsummer's Night Dream. This isn't her normal form. This is Phoenix, the one in the red.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Rachel Summers. She's Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, and Jean Grey's daughter from an alternate timeline.
Oh, okay. I should have gotten that one. I know you talked about Phoenix quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Captain Britain is, of course, just Captain Britain. His name is actually Brian Braddock. He was picked to be the defender of the realm, basically, by Merlin. We won't get into that because that can be a completely different thing. He was helped created by Chris Claremont. I think it was completely created by Chris Claremont. If I remember correctly. But Alan Moore really did a bunch of stuff with him because he was originally just a UK character, like literally just published in the United Kingdom. And this is Kitty Pryde, aka Shadowcat. She phases through things. Lockheed is kind of like her pet best friend dragon. And this little thing is Widget. Now for the Tweety bird, his name is Hardboiled Henry.
I'd have never ever guessed that. That's almost a bit offensive, don't you think? Hard-boiled Henry.
This is technically his only appearance because he dies in this comic.
Oh my god!
Because he
like died from natural causes, or died like he was ruthlessly killed
Okay.
by the team.
Here is him from the front.
Okay.
If you can't see quite on the camera, he has a clock on his face. That is not glass on there, that's shell. The team had just came back from a train that had derailed and they saved a bunch of people.
That's a big bird to come out of a shell.
Wait. They were getting ready to make breakfast, and Megan, why I was saying you were warm, was getting ready to cook some eggs.
I can remember Megan's one in green.
Yes, Megan's the one in green.
All right.
Went to cook some eggs. The egg then popped out because it set the timer. Because Hard-Boiled Henry's only appearance is because he's a bomb.
Oh dear. Okay, first of all, so she was gonna make some eggs for whatever.
Yes.
Right, and so I mean, look at the size of that bird. Like, how big were their eggs that she was
normal eggs. He grew up that because there is a group in here called TechNet, and they were commissioned. They're bounty hunters. Way back, 40 plus issues before this, to capture the Phoenix. They fail horrifically, and they're kind of done. They've been exiled to Earth, and they're kind of all getting done of being on Earth. So she creates Hard-Boiled Henry to go in there, basically be an infiltration, and then explode their headquarters, which is a lighthouse.
So this is Megan.
Yeah. No, like nobody's a traitor. Nobody's a traitor.
No, what is her name again? Megan?
Megan.
Okay. So I feel like if Megan had did the egg test, you know, like when you have eggs, you're supposed to put them in a bowl of water, and the eggs that float are the bad eggs, and the eggs that sink are the good eggs. And I think if she had done that test first, they would have known that something was right.
Shoots right out of the boiled water.
Yeah.
And they're all freaking out because it's a normal size egg. And then he pops out.
Yeah, you have to check
the cover makes him look a lot bigger than he really is. He's really just...
Well, you know what? It's probably the energy that he brings. He's a big bird in a small bird's body.
He is. Yeah. It doesn't help.
I mean, he comes out talking.
Yeah. So. It doesn't help that he was drawn and designed by Alan Davis, who is a fantastic creator.
Okay.
But essentially, his sole purpose, and the sole purpose of this cover, is to get you to wonder why there is a bird backing down this superhero team.
Yeah, because it's so small.
Uh-huh.
It's so small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at it from
does he do something to them? Like,
oh, he explodes.
Okay, he's a bomb. You said that. Yeah. Yeah. How long does it take him to figure out? Does he come out and say, hey, I'm a bomb? Or do they have to, like, gradually tease it out of him?
They realize that on his forehead, the clock is ticking down.
It's a tick down.
And then he just explodes his... Like, TechNet, who is in this, is fantastic. Like, you can see once the team gets recuperated, they have that big moment. But there's a bunch of political drama in here. Yeah. It's funny. I wanted this because this is a cover that just makes you go...
See, and this is a Marvel comic?
This is Marvel.
Okay.
This was concurrent towards the end of Chris Claremont's run, which is the big X-Men run. But Excalibur always kind of was off on its own. And it's just proof that it was the weird comic book reader's Marvel book.
Okay. All right.
Like, the fact that you even recognized Nightcrawler on off was great. Okay. The Tweety Bird was probably intentional.
So there were no swords, no actual like swords or knights.
No.
In this.
No. They just called themselves, the group is just called Excalibur because they're set literally in the Great Britain.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
And Captain Britain is actually the defender of Avalon. In earlier issues, Alan Moore, if you've ever heard me talk about 616, the Marvel Universe being 616,
I don't remember that.
He's basically...
I can't remember everything.
No. Like I said, I can't quite remember who created him off the top of my head, and I feel bad for that. But, like, he basically defends the nexus of the multiverse.
Okay. All right. Great.
And then it gets into political drama with an old boy toy girlfriend of his that Megan is jealous of.
As every good comic book story does. There's some type of love twist, some type of, reveal, some great reveal.
X-Men is at its best when it's the most almost near insufferable soap opera,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
it's worse. The cool thing about this though is you have some really cool ads in here. Early '90s Marvel T-shirts,
Yep. Gen X. Woo!
and then of
Yeah.
course the call in. Can you call in and pay money for the X-Men to defeat their foe? This was literally a phone number, and I remember calling it when I was like 6.
Does the phone number still work? Is it still a thing?
Oh, I'm sure this phone number is completely deactivated. But like, yeah.
Oh.
But yeah.
Shout out to the times of just pure imagination.
Oh,
When
yeah.
we really kind of bought into the whole idea of these characters were real. With a real fight.
Oh yeah. This was
Yeah.
like, and like, just look at the imagination. Like, this is what Tech-Neck looks like. Like, one of them's just a floating baby
Oh my gosh.
for the cameras.
Oh my gosh.
Like, Tech-Neck is insane. They don't pop up a lot. I think they have only popped up like 8 times since the end of this run when the writer was done with them.
Wow.
But you did a lot better than I thought you were going to, because I picked an insane
picture is 1,000 words, right? Or even cover art is 1,000 words. I'm sure I said more than 1,000 words, but yeah, that was a good pick. How many issues of the Excalibur run was it? How many issues?
Overall, if I remember correctly, Excalibur goes to 126.
Okay.
Alan Davis leaves in just before the 70s, and unfortunately, at that point, they merged it into be more in line with the X-Men comics of the time, so it loses some of its zaniness.
Okay. All right.
A lot of like Excalibur fans will tend to admit that after that, it just doesn't get it. It's not as like out there. Like, this was for Doctor Who fans.
Oh.
Of the 70s and 80s.
Okay, that's me.
This is the closest.
Tom
that's
Baker
the closest.
is my doctor.
Like, Chris Claremont, when he helped create this team, was a huge, like, I think he has dual citizenship. He has British citizenship. He's really proud of that. He really likes watching stuff like that. He went over there for some time and he wrote for the Marvel UK line, which was just an independent Marvel line that did a lot of reprints, but they had other things that they tried to shift in there. And that's where Megan and Captain Britain come in from, and yeah, it's just fantastic.
Okay. So this comic actually ends.
Yeah.
Okay.
We won't probably pull from too many of the later issues.
Yeah.
So, but these two, Captain Britain and Megan, actually end up getting married, and
I can see the chemistry a little bit.
And his sister is more of a mainstay X-Men character. Her name is Psylocke. She's a British woman that eventually gets trapped in an Asian woman's body for like 30 years.
Okay. You see, that didn't even rattle me, because in the comic world, the rules are different.
To be fair,
it's just a different kind of life.
To be fair, that has actually annoyed a lot of people for a very long time. It was very controversial. Not rattling you, but it brought up a lot of issues otherwise.
Yeah. If I can believe that 4 turtles can be raised by a rat in a sewer in New York City, I can definitely pretty much believe any storyline that you present me in the comic realm. So yeah. But I think that was a great one to start with. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what we'll be doing on this channel, is him going through his collection of various comics and presenting me with covers, and that way I'm not pressured to actually read the comic, but I can just do first reaction and see how close I get to the actual storyline, which he definitely knows from all angles, not just front to back.
Yeah,
all angles. The backstory, the epilogues, the variant stories, the different what if universe scenarios. So this guy definitely knows the content.
Yeah, and I'll definitely pull more than just Marvel and DC. Okay. I'll even throw you in Archie every now and then.
Oh, cool.
Because I know that's your true love.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Bye.